Hi everyone, Keith Hockton here, International Living's Malaysia correspondent. I came across to the UK 6 weeks ago now because I had a family emergency, and there's a number of reasons for me wanting to tell you about this now. So getting out of Malaysia was actually really easy. I found out about the emergency at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I was able to connect flights. And keep in mind, this is during shutdown. I was able to connect flights and get out of Malaysia by 2 o'clock that afternoon, and by the following morning I was actually in the UK. So I did it all super quickly, and that's really important for you guys to know. It means that if you do live in Malaysia, you can get back to Europe or the US within 24 hours, and I think that's really important. Getting back into Malaysia is a little bit harder because Malaysia is still in lockdown. Unlike the North America, parts of North America and most of Europe, Malaysia still hasn't opened up yet. And I think for all the right reasons. Malaysia was actually one of the first countries to lock down. We locked down in February, March of this year, and we were in complete lockdown. So we weren't allowed to go for walks. We weren't allowed to do any of that kind of stuff. It was basically you're in your apartment, and the only thing you can do is actually go out to go shopping. This has actually resulted in fantastic results, COVID results for Malaysia. So in the last month, Penang has had 0 cases. That's where I live, Penang. And Malaysia, I think, is down to single-digit numbers. So the Malaysians actually did this really expediently, and they've done it very, very well. Unfortunately, for guys like me who had to get out during lockdown, it makes getting back in a little bit more difficult. And what I wanted to tell you guys was about the process and talk a little bit about MM2H. So the process for me to get back in is that I have to get approval from the Ministry of Tourism, which I've now got. I then have to have a COVID test done 3 days before I'm about to leave. And this is the only thing that the airlines will accept. And some airlines are actually better than others. So they're basically the two things that you have to do, which will allow me to get back into Malaysia. When I get back into Malaysia, I'm allowed to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. So that's the process that I'm about to go through this week. So hopefully by this time next week, I'll be able to tell you that I'm back in Malaysia, and touch wood, hairy wood's the best, and everything will be fine. MM2H, just to give you guys a bit of a filler for what's going on in there. MM2H has been suspended temporarily for all new applications at this moment in time because they're swapping over agencies. So the Ministry of Tourism is handing it over to immigration, and there are political games being played between the two. While that's taking place, MM2H, all new applications for MM2H are being suspended. But I just spoke to TG at Orthodomus, who was the agent who got me in, and he said that it really is a temporary thing. There's a whole batch of new MM2H applications are about to go through this week, which is great news for people who have been waiting to hear. And TG was basically saying that if you're going to apply for MM2H, don't be put off. Put the application in, talk to TG, and he will then be able to inform you as to what you do and how you do it and how it all works. So that's all really good news. So guys, email me if you can at keithhockton@gmail.com. I'm being updated all the time, and I'm more than happy to push you forward to TG, who is undoubtedly the best agent, I think, in Malaysia, and he's incredibly well connected. So please send me an email, keithhockton@gmail.com, and I'll be able to update you on everything that goes on, and also about my journey or adventure getting back into Malaysia. So I'll be able to do that for you as well. All right, guys, take care, and I'll keep you informed. And like I said, hopefully I'll be sending you all an email this time next week. Okay, see you guys. Bye.